Staying too radical. And y'all can't stomach me. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This bike is in my joint right here. I just recorded this. It's like brand new stuff. I'm trying to be practical. Hey, so y'all get a little glimpse. Hold on, we live, we live. Make sure y'all share the live. I'm finna start sharing the live right now so everybody know what time it is. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me fade this to the back. Let me fade this to the back. All right, let me share right now, everybody. Send a messenger. That's right. And that's what I can send to everybody. I hope y'all are waking up and having a great day this morning. I'm very tired, so I'm gonna be slow, but we're gonna get through it today this morning. It's gonna be very fast. Oh, it's more. Oh, this thing is rude. Let me do this on the phone. I hadn't shared before in the past, but I'm gonna share now. But okay, how y'all doing this morning? Blessings, blessings, blessings. We got a lot to talk about and a little time to do it. Pause this. I got the press conference queued up from the city. We're gonna talk about that. I've got what else queued up? I've got a lot queued up, guys. We got to talk about Senate Bill 63, Albany Works. I'm so excited actually about the criminal justice reform that we can talk about here in Albany, Georgia. We got a lot of upcoming local events. And before we get into all of that, I have to tell y'all, hold on. Join the Albany Forward group because boom, there we are live. Share. Haha, you can't stop me now. Haha. Okay, hold on. Well, crap, it doesn't stop me now because that's stressful. No worries. I'm gonna get caught up this morning. But before we do all of that, make sure y'all shopping online. Thank y'all for everybody that's been shopping, putting your orders in at easycopy.io. I was about to say .com, but that is not it. Make sure y'all are getting your custom stuff done, bookmarks, business cards, flyers, invoices. I've been doing a lot of invoices in 2-part NCR. So if you got the, you need the yellow sheet, pink sheet, we got that. We can do it for you. Thank y'all for everybody who tuned in yesterday. Shout out to the live we did last night with Miss Jaffe over there at Voices Radio, WUTU. In fact, we're gonna recap that actually. Hold on, let me. Where's that at? Because if y'all missed it, y'all missed a great show. And we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff that she talked about because black health, just health in general, but health in the black community, we don't seem to have a solid grasp of, how to do that effectively. So wait, hold on. Is it? No. You know what? I need to go to the Albany Forward page. Hold on. I need the Albany Forward page. There's the Albany Forward page. Share the Albany Forward page. Because she talked about some dope stuff. There we go. Boom. There's the live.
It's the one, the only Nexus.
We're going to be live with Nexus every Tuesday. So, because she already does her live and she talks about a bunch of dope stuff, but now we're going to be sharing it on our platforms here as well. But you can always subscribe and go check out WUTU FM, WUTU883FM.com. But anyway, that's what we got going on there. But check that out. That's in the Albany Forward group. If you follow in the group, you'll be able to see that and see all the other dope stuff that's in there. We're gonna talk about East International Trojans real quick too. Shout out to the work that Lawrence McCray is doing over there on the east side. But hold on, I got the itinerary. There we go. We're monetized also too. Make sure I remind y'all about that. So if y'all want to send me some stars to keep the work going and invest in the platform, that'll be great because we got a lot of work to do and a lot of stuff to talk about. And I hope this show blesses y'all and keeps y'all informed. We have so you know what? I think let's start with the good stuff. Let's start with the positive stuff. I was going to talk about the city's press conference, but let's start with something positive because I want to talk about the work that Albany Works is doing. And I'm actually behind because I was supposed to have put the article out, but oh my goodness gracious, I had the blessing. In fact, actually, I was supposed to pause here pause here and give everybody a chance to catch up and jump in the comments. I'm sorry. Deanna Freeman, good morning. Nexus show was on point yesterday. Yes, I agree. Exactly. Look, if y'all missed it, jump in. She talked about this green juice from who made the green juice? I forget. What are they doing? The city of Albany has a truck pulled up in front of my city, and they're doing something with the power line. So if the power goes out or something crazy happens, it wasn't me. It was the city of Albany. But anyway, she talked about this green juice that had all these green components. And she talked about how each of the different things helped a different part of the body, and how all, because they're all green, it helped the heart chakra and helps your energy and all this other stuff. But she stressed the importance of eating well and eating for life and all of that stuff. So, but great show. Make sure you tune in Tuesdays. That was the point of that. But back to the positive work with the Albany Works. When was this? Was this last Thursday? This past Thursday? Daia Salam, who ran for city commission for Ward 3 this past 2021, she is doing work with the city and helping to shape this beautiful program where they're taking people who are basically been victims of just being poverty, because that's what our criminal justice system does. It criminalizes poverty, and basically is over 70% of the people in jails in most communities are there on pretrial basis. They're there because they can't bond out. And so we're going to talk about that, because Senate Bill 63 talks about that. So it's all connected, buddy. So we're going to talk about some good stuff, and then we're going to talk about the looming crap. But and you know what? I got a video queued up. I can actually share with you this interview that I did with Daia. That's not up yet on Albany Southwest Georgia website, but it will be. I'm gonna go ahead and
jump right into the question. So, what is Albany Works, and what is the work that y'all are doing here today?
Okay. So Albany Works is a program that comes through the municipal court.
I had time to fix the audio.
And came through the municipal court through Chief Judge Willie Weaver Jr. because he saw that people really needed social connections more than they needed fines and.
Let me know if y'all can't hear.
Albany Works was birthed out of that as an answer to the root causes of why we keep seeing people come back through the municipal court.
Okay. And so who are some of the partners and participants that we have here today?
So Albany Works is really the driving force behind Albany Works is really Deborah McFadden Bryant, who is the business process specialist with the city of Albany. We also have Ms. Carmelita, who is the case manager. She manages all of the cases that go through the Albany Works program. Here today we have anchor partners like Aspire, Albany Technical College, we have concerned citizens of Albany, Georgia, we have the city of Albany, and a number of other community partners here that help us support the individuals that go through the program. Particularly, we also have NCSC, which is the National Court of State Courts, and they are here to learn about what we're doing with Albany Works as a model and to help with the research and document the process.
Fantastic. And so one of the programs that Albany Works has is the Night Court. Could you please explain to us about Night Court and how that works?
Absolutely. So Night Court came out of the Albany Works pilot, and again, one of the anchor partners is Albany Technical College, which has a criminal justice program and has a mock courtroom. And so we strategically, what it would benefit the community if we had court at night. For one, it helps people with their scheduling. So if they do work in the daytime, it gives them an opportunity to meet their court obligations after 5 o'clock. Two, it's also outside of the court, the traditional courtroom, so it's less intimidating.
Okay, my bad. Hey, honestly, it was still playing because I couldn't find the tab to pause it again. So my bad. But anyway, look, I'm gonna have the rest of that interview up on the Albany Southwest Georgia website, the ASWG.com, and you can check out more of the stuff. But now, like real talk, I want to just talk about that meeting, because the meeting in there was a wonderful conglomeration of people. I was in there. Chief Pursley was in there. Who else was in there? Omar Salam was in there. Trying to think now. Some everybody. Panis Mosley was in there. All the names miss me, but anyway, there was a lot of folks in there. But also too, it included people that were in the program, the Albany Works program. So they have people that come to court all the time. You have folks that are they get in the same little situations. And so what Willie Weaver said is he was telling people, hey, just go to the DMV, go get your license, or go to Albany Tech, go get your GED. And they would come back 90 days later and the stuff wouldn't be done. And he would say, well, what's the problem? Why can't you just do this stuff? But people were encountering different issues. Like, hey, I went out there and there weren't any signs. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know who to talk to. I didn't know what office to speak with or whatever. Or whatever the situation. I don't know where the DMV is, and I don't have transportation to get there. Different obstacles were keeping people from doing what they needed to do. And it wasn't, of course, because they just criminals. It's because they were in bad situations. And so the Albany Works program was developed out of that to be a resource, in fact, to pull people out of that system and to connect them with programs and to connect them with resources and things that they need to just basically better their lives. The stuff that we've been talking about for a while. So when I tell you, like, it was a big, it was a sigh of relief to be in the room and to hear the different stuff that was already in the works, and then to have people that were actually benefiting from the program present in the meeting as well. They were contributing to the conversation and what needed to be added, what stuff needed to change, and all this stuff. It was a wonderful situation. So that's what's happening here now in Albany. And so shout out to Judge Willie Weaver for spearheading the whole thing and municipal courts, and hopefully we can expand it to other courts. And that's the goal. We're going to get other courts involved to basically stop the cycle of criminalizing poverty. And so it's a revolutionary thing. And I stood up and said this in the meeting. I said, what we're doing here is revolutionary because we're taking a system that was meant for basically criminalizing poverty. It's meant to do what it's doing, and we're taking it and changing it and actually making it a resource to better people's lives. So good stuff that the city is doing. Now let's talk about the unfortunate things that are on the rise. Senate Bill 63 was just passed. You know what? I'm going to show y'all this article here. Share screen. So y'all know about cash bail. Real quick, if you're not familiar with cash bail, if y'all ain't never had a situation where y'all had been in jail or know somebody been in jail, let me explain about bail. So actually, you know what? There was a great someone on Instagram that explained it very well. I'm gonna just read from that. But cash bail, in short, Senate Bill 63 adds 30 new crimes, misdemeanors, and felonies to the list of mandatory offenses that a judge has to demand bail for, which is going to keep more people in jail because a lot of folks in jail because they can't pay bail. So let me real quick share this screen because Senate Bill 63 is pretty bad. Share the screen. All right. We're going to talk about this real quick, but actually, let me put me back. Hold on. So just a quick explain bail, because it did it very well. Bail is a tool used to ensure pre-plea detainment, aka sitting in jail while judges and lawyers figure out whether you are guilty. After you are arrested, bail is set to ensure that you return to court. Basically, the judge decides how much money to take away from you to keep you from leaving town and never facing the charges. To be clear, when bail is set, you have not been found guilty of a crime. If you are poor, you just sit in jail. If you're rich, you just go back home. So that's it. The initial issue with bail there. You're facing charges. You haven't been convicted of anything. So bail jails unconvicted people simply because they don't have access to money at the right time. Staying in jail has these cascading effects. You can't work. You can't spend time with your family. You face pressure to plead guilty just to avoid the misery of being locked up. And jail defendants also often lose their jobs and suffer physical and emotional trauma. Okay, that's bail. And we can talk more about just bail itself. But The issue here now with Senate Bill 63, go back to the screen. No. Bigger. Boom. The issue now here with Senate Bill 63 is that it now adds 30 new offenses, including nonviolent misdemeanors, requiring judges to impose cash bail for many offenses that do not involve physical harm to another person. So, possession of less than an ounce of marijuana. It just passed. So now, when you get locked up, or rather you get pulled over, and in states where it's in cities where it's not decriminalized, you have to face mandatory cash bail to get out. And these fines be, thousands of dollars. So failure to appear? Oh, see, I didn't even keep reading. Failure to appear, now you got a mandatory cash bail where it used to just be a warrant. You come back and they get you in there. Criminal trespassing. Mandatory cash bail, dog. Okay, so let's talk about this. So, well, first, in this article, the key concerns here is that it exacerbates jail overcrowding. It hinders community support. Oh, yeah, that's another part. Furthermore, in the bill, the language of SB 63 unnecessarily limits the ability of charities, direct aid agencies, and other groups to provide crucial free financial support to incarcerated individuals and their families. It's saying that these entities can only post bail, cash bail, 3 times a year, and they have to register as a bail entity. What do they call it? They have to register with the state as a bail something. Anyway, the ACLU is supposed to be suing these people. Who are these folks? The Southern Center for Human Rights. So these folks as well, the Southern Center for Human Rights, wrote to Atlanta, Fulton County, and City of Atlanta, talking about how bad this thing is. Anyway, it just passed. Real quick, let's talk about who passed it, who voted for it, because these people are up for re-election this year. Oh, Lord, I should take a break right now. You know what? We should take a break because this is getting heavy. I'm feeling emotional, and I got this new little tool. I'm going to play with it. 30 seconds. We'll be right back.
When you need more than a simple solution. When you need the best quality at the best prices. When you need a hero to save your business. You know there's only one name you can trust. Easy Copy. We make business marketing easy. Subscribe to the Easy Life at easycopy.io.
And we're back from outer space. Okay. So, the people who voted for this are up for re-election this year. Representative, what's his name? Gerald Green, District 154, and Representative Mike Chiokas from 151. They take chunks of Doherty County. In fact, let's look up the Georgia congressional maps. For those people who are unfamiliar, and we're going to do this right here. I'm going to share the screen right here because we're going to figure out how to search this together. Brand new tab. By the way, I'm using the Brave browser. Let's look up Georgia congressional districts 2024. You know what? Let's just go right here. Wikipedia usually has good stuff, updated stuff. Do you got it, Wikipedia? Where's the map? I know there's a place I can go. In fact, I was just with Roger Marietta yesterday. Hold on, this is good information, but this isn't what we need. Hold on. That's not what we need. It's not a Ballotpedia. Let's see. I know that my app blocker is on because I have a built-in app blocker with the Brave browser. All right. Boom. Yep, Sanford Bid, we're going to talk about that. But no. Consider 24 later. Hold on, y'all. Well, I thought I could find it pretty quick. Hold on, maybe it's okay. I'm gonna get a map and I'm gonna share that sucker later. Don't even worry about it. But Gerald Green and Mike Chiokas are up for re-election this year. Somebody actually jumped in my inbox, was trying to find some people to run or to qualify this year to run against them. Qualifying is March 4th through 8th. So it's coming up in a couple weeks. And so if you know somebody that live in the south and west parts of Dougherty County, let them know. You have to look at this going to effect. What's most likely those charges, young black males and females? Exactly. We're going to talk about that. Let me go ahead and put this up here. This comment up here for justice. We're going to come back to this. But if you know somebody in those areas, because what they did with the redistricting is they cut up Albany or Dougherty County into four pieces. So 153 is Greater Albany, and that's the district Joshua Anthony is running in against Tracy Taylor and some other folks. And then you have 154, which is like, I'm gonna get the map. Don't even worry about it. But anyway, those people voted for Senate Bill 63. They voted to approve it. Now, one thing too, Miss, let me what's this lady's name? Freddie Powell Sims. Our Senator Freddie Powell Sims abstained from the vote in the Senate. She did not vote. And Mr. Patrick Davis, I believe in transparency, jumped in my inbox and he was saying, hey, we got the numbers. If all the Democrats and the independents in the Georgia Senate and state voted together, they could at least block or hold certain legislations. But what we're seeing is that these individuals are not voting. So, and they're allowing things to pass. And we need to hold these people accountable as well. So we need to call Ms. Freddie Powell Sims and say, hey, why didn't you vote in this on the Senate Bill 63? Why didn't you, pressure more colleagues to vote against this or whatever? We're going to put a pin in that because I want to talk about this comment real quick. You have to look at who this is going to affect. Who's the most likely to have those charges, young black males and females? Exactly. It's going to affect the most disadvantaged parts of the community, the poor people, the black people, the minorities, the people with disabilities. That's who it's targeting. And it's targeting those people to siphon more wealth and money out of our communities, to make us further impoverished, further dependent on the system that ain't helping us. So it's a cycle, and they're doing this deliberately to criminalize poverty. And we seeing it play out, and they're just having their goddamn way because we are not aware and we're not active and we're not voting and we're not doing what we need to do. I met her one time. She thinks she is not one of us. Hold on, let me take that out. That was your experience. I feel you. But look though, we have to hold these people accountable. So in fact, let's find out what the areas are, because 154 doesn't cover just Dougherty County. It's like Seminole County, it's a chunk of counties, or pieces of counties. So real quick, I will tell you. Hold on. So 154. Oh, you know what? He sent me all this to my inbox. Terrell County, parts of. Okay, so basically, all these the rural counties that surround us are 154 and 151. 152 is also what's that? What's his guy's name? Bill Yerta. He's also not for us as well. These people, if you know somebody, like, we need to hold these folks accountable. Call their office, call whoever you do know. So if you met Freddie Powell Sims this time, whether you had a good experience or not, hold her accountable, because that's what we're lacking out here. So that's Senate Bill 63. We don't have to delve too much longer on it because it didn't pass, and it passed the House and the Senate. Kemp, I don't know if he signed it in the law already, but I'm pretty sure he will sign it in the law. But that's what's happening. So please be aware and be careful and cautious out here, because they are trying to get us out here. They're trying to get us off the streets. It's really sad. So That's why also to the push to further decriminalize marijuana. And you see, like, there's this whole pushback. Oh, you can't, blah, 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 blah. Because see, now you see in the municipalities where they have not decriminalized it, they're taking further action now to further make sure that when you do get caught with it, you got to pay a ridiculous cash bond to the jails. Like, it's outrageous. So please pressure your local officials to decriminalize marijuana. The more municipalities that continue to decriminalize marijuana is going to further the state to push forward at a federal level and to have Georgia decriminalize it as at a state level. And so, look, that's what we need to do, because that's how we push back against this type of legislation. It's foolishness that I be stressed out. Let's go ahead and talk about the city's press conference. I was supposed to have, you know, what's this guy? What's this guy, Terrence? Terrence called me up, said he wanted to go live with me this morning talking about this stuff. But we're finna talk about the city's press conference and we finna get out of here. Let me share this screen. Where we at? Boom. City's press conference. Boom. All right. So, in fact, and this is one of my comments right here, of course. Stephen Carter led this press conference talking about Mr. Stevens, who is still missing. They're still searching. A lot of folks weren't happy with the press conference, and I guess how things were answered or weren't answered, and the lack of question, lack of answers that there were. My thing is here. You know, in fact, actually, let's play a bit. I guess let's play a bit of it, because go ahead. Go ahead, Todd.
I serve as the city manager for the city of Albany.
Yeah, you do. Hold on.
The search began on Monday at or about noon.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, we've utilized a wide range of resources,
Mm-hmm.
including boats, helicopters, drones, hackers, and everything else in our effort to locate him. Despite our intensive search, nothing has been discovered yet. We remain steadfast in our commitment to continuing the search. I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to all of the agencies and individuals who have generously contributed their time,
Okay, you know,
their expertise.
all right.
And
pause real quick here. So I want to acknowledge the what he just said here, as far as they have used drones and helicopters and boats and of course just walking up and down the banks and all of this stuff to try and find this fellow. The waters, of course, are still very high. I don't know if y'all done drove over that river to see, but that water is ridiculously high. It's been high for a bit, and so of course it's going to be difficult. And there's a lot. But so what he's already expressed is there have been extensive resources that have been expended necessarily and rightly so to try and find Mr. Darius Stevens. Cool. From that, I think people, in fact, we can hear the next part. Go ahead.
the resource.
Or trying to get assets into the search areas to try to locate Mr. Stevens. And we're here to assist them in any way possible if needed. We've been here since
were deployed. Of note, on Wednesday, GSP started in Seminole County.
Okay. And so this fellow, there was a point where this fellow started asking questions, or rather making a statement. And I think what everybody wanted to, I guess, ask about is accountability. Where does the buck stop? Where does the blame go? And my whole issue with this, because we was in the comments and I was like, you know, it's okay to be passionate, but this fellow was being rude at a point where, you know, Mr. Stephen Carter, granted, I'm not saying he's the best thing there ever was, but he was doing his best job to answer the questions and to, you know, give the information that he had. Now, I understand that we're stressed that there isn't more information. And I understand that we're stressed that we feel like there was no safety protocols or no parameters of to keep people safe in this. But I don't feel like the right questions have been asked or are being asked, particularly in this exchange here or any of the exchanges. The questions that I feel need to be asked real quick, let me jump back in here, are if we looking at accountability. Okay, Mr. Stephen Carter, city manager, where are the safety procedures and protocols written down? What is in fact the intake process when you're hiring people to train them on the safety measures and protocols? And if you're able to articulate that, then okay, cool. Now we know that there in fact are safety measures and protocols. But then now we ask further, all right, who is responsible for administering those safety procedures and protocols to the new hires or whatever? Okay, what is in fact the measure of training to acknowledge, all right, this person has met the mark and understands the safety protocols? All right, and then once we have that, what is then shoot? Well, shoot, that's it there. If we don't have the answers to those questions, then now we say, all right, there's negligence here and how far up does it go? If I feel like it goes all the way up to our city commission because they hire the city manager, and if the city manager isn't able to answer and articulate those answers to those questions, then we have the problem. But those questions are not being asked to these people, and so they're not having to answer them. And so we're still left out there with, oh, there's no accountability because we're not asking the right questions. Doggone it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing this. I know it. I'm doing what the heck I'm supposed to be doing out here. Real quick, it seems to me that in fact, I can stop sharing the other thing. It seems to me that we have this inflated idea that our city leaders are somehow these wise, benevolent being leaders, from wherever, and we have to trust these people. But they don't know what they're doing. They simply do not know what they're doing. They're children in adult bodies performing adult tasks. And they have the persona and the perception of a leader because they carry themselves a certain way, because they dress a certain way, and all this other crap. And I just had this conversation with Roger Marietta yesterday in his office because, like, I'm just not finna wear no dang suit to no city commission meeting. I'm not finna do it. For what? Just so I can look like the people who aren't effective? They aren't effective. They look good, but they can't do their jobs. So why y'all still hung up on appearances? I get frustrated. Let me calm down. In the name of Jesus Cristo. Just gotta breathe, y'all. Control your breathing. But anyway, I'm gonna get off this live. I understand people being upset about the way the search is going or hasn't gone or whatever. Ask the right questions. Go to the people. In fact, transcript whatever I just said. I think it was a good stock crock of questions. Take that to downtown, to the city leaders. Ask them these questions, and if they don't have answers to them, then we follow up with, all right, well, who's accountable? And of course, they don't want to do this because it looks like maybe a lawsuit for the city, another lawsuit for the city. But we got to hold folks accountable. If there aren't safety measures and protocols in place, get them in place. And for those who have been operating wantonly, yeah, dang it, they don't need to be in those positions anymore. I'm finna get out of here, get off this live. I'm tired and black. But y'all, please, one for like, share, and subscribe. Share the live. Make sure we talking about all this stuff that's going on. Make sure we're aware of what's happening. Oh, I forgot to talk about these local upcoming events. Saturday is a crazy day. The 24th, there's like a million things happening. Mr. Aquarius Brown's walk is over there at Doherty High. Mr. Lawrence McCrae's East International Trojans, they're having a barbecue fundraiser also in East Albany. off of Owens. That's at noon. Couples bowling with the Sweet Spot at Fun Park. I'm trying to get it, yeah. I'm trying to wrap up, but all of these things going on, and yeah, make sure y'all tune in and figure out who the heck is running in your area. We got county commission elections going on. School board elections are this year. These state rep seats are this year. Superior Court judges this year. Sheriff is this year. There's a lot of seats up that need attention. Please be aware. I'm gonna keep hammering junk in your heads every week that we need to stay engaged. If you know somebody that ain't registered or has not voted historically, please encourage them to watch this show and encourage them to vote, because doggone it, I give you reasons to, especially locally. Nationally, it's have fun, but locally, it direly needs your attention. We direly need your attention here to keep Albany in a positive, growing fashion. I love y'all. Be blessed. I'm gonna see y'all next week.